Good morning, guys. And how are you? It's really a shame that you can stay here. Hello, guys. It's good morning. It's a shame that you can stay here for this session, but I will let you in this chat. I will let you some important information about the two topics that we are going to see today. The first topic is environment and pollution. I chose this topic because it's important for every one of us currently, because we must be worried about what is happening in our world. Why all or many politics, um, environments are not afraid about what is happening in certain kind of communities of social science, of social um, structures, what is happening in some regions where this topic, this element now, like environment, is affecting the people. So first, I would like to start asking you or some questions in order you to internalize and learn the features of the topic. The first question will be, are the leader laws where you live? Um, if you are a very good citizen, if you are worried and or concerned about the situation in your place, you will be worried, or we will be worried about the laws, about what it's happening, in order the mayor or the politics are facing the leader, the trash organization. Okay, I would like you ask to some other question, like, do you think cars should be banned from city centers? If you think people should recycle newspapers, do you think people there are lessons to learn from nature? How has the world changed since we were a child? This question is important. If you can understand, for example, for me, when I was a child, I knew that there wasn't a lot of trash in streets like now. I think the culture has changed in a wrong way. Maybe that's because there are more people than that used to have a child. So it's important. Please reflect about that. How often is garbage collected in your neighborhood? Some in the morning, in the afternoon, how many days in the week? What are some things that you can recycle? You know how to recycle? What can you do? What can you do to help prevent pollution? What can you do to make this world a better place? What do you think of people who smoke cigarettes indoors? What do you think of people who smoke cigarettes indoors? Which is the more important, increase people's standard of living or protecting the environment? Which side would you choose? Do you think a situation in your area involving this issue? Which side will be choose? Okay. Who do you think is more responsible for pollution? Individual people or governing and explain? In this question, I think that we can debate who is the responsibility of environmental of. Uh, Many people will say that it's a responsibility of the governor, government, but the real, in my perspective, in my point of view, I think the responsibility is for every one of us in the community, government, the family, everyone. Because if in our houses we don't make a good recycling procedure, the environment start to fail or start to decrease its good properties. Um, I would like to debate this with you this the next class. Um, should people be allowed to sorry um, let me see. Who you think is more responsible for pollution, individual people of the government? Oh, that was the last question. What is the most important issue facing the environment today? Do you think about any anti-pollution program in your community? It's important. Do you usually drink bottled water? Bottled water? Why or why not? If you could choose one alternative energy source to develop, which one would you choose? Why? Are companies more or less environmentally responsible now than they were in the past? Why do you think that is? Do you think recycling is an important community service? Do you recycle? I asked you before. So after we have this information, we debate all the situation. I want you to describe, okay, environment, okay, here. I want you to describe, guys, some pictures where you can find some issues about environment, okay? I want to share with you my screen, and here we can see a picture, and I will like you to describe this picture and what do you think about that? Okay, check it, look at picture, and later we are going to see this. What happening with about the global warming? Okay, guys. With these two pictures, you can stop it into the screen and try to describe it with in a deep way. This is for our first session. Okay, guys. At the end, to prove if you mm, knew or if you learned something about environment, I would like you each one of you, mm, as a politician, make or speak about some programs to improve environment. Okay, guys, I'm going to ask you to show me, to talk to me about what could you do to improve, to make better our environment. That's our first session, our first topic. The second one is adoption. I chose this topic because it's a community, a social topic important. I think that it's a solution for all those women who don't want to have a child. These women can access to another choice. They can have alternatives to solve maybe a problem for them. It's not a problem for community. It's not a problem for me. But I think there are young women that don't know what to do in this situation, and adoption could be a solution. So I will like to warm up in this session, in this topic, um, making some riddles. And so for the next class, I would like you to check first previously some riddles, and we are going to ask each other some riddles. Okay, guys? But now we are going to enter in this situation, in this topic. And I would like to ask you what is an option? What is an option? Open adoption? Would you want to find your bird family or why not if you were adopted? What is adoption? Do you know anyone who was adopted as a child? Do you know anyone who has adopted a child? What are some of the reasons people choose that to adopt? What are some of the reasons people choose to adopt? What is the difference between domestic and international adoption? That's a particular because not everybody knows how to eat this and the procedure to adopt a people to take him or take her abroad. What is the what are the views of adoption in your country, in our country? How would someone interested in adopting a child go about doing so? Where do children available for adoption come from? What happens to children that are not adopted? How do you go about adoption a child? Would you want to adopt a boy or a girl? Why? Then this the question I think it could be debated because some people it depend the people some persons think that it will be it will be better to raise a child and others a girl. They have a different kind of situation that could affect in you the life. Should adopted children have the right to know their biological parents? Should families with bare children also adopt? Is the real parents the bare parents or the adopted parents? How or should the adopted parents maintain the adopted child's cultural identity? Okay, that will be important to debate with you guys. In your country or in our country, are the legal rights to an adopted child different from that of a birth child? What are the legal consequences of adopting a child from a different race or country? Why don't more people adopt children? What makes a family, genetics or environment? This is a hard. At the end of make and debate this about these questions, I would like you to see these three pictures and okay, I let the screen recording. I would like you to check these three persons who was adopted. Guys, you are going to tell me who is this guy? Okay, this is Steve Jobs. Was adopted? Yes, for sure. Marilyn Monroe, she was adopted. John Lennon, singer of the Beatles. You are going to describe me this person if you know something about these adopted persons. Okay? Okay, guys. So at the end of the class, we are going, um, each one of you are going a little review about the words that we are going to do, the words that we knew, what do you think about the adoption, if you could adopt, a little review in 2 minutes each one of you in order to know if you learn the topic and if you have the skills in this theme. Um, at the end of the topic, at the end of the class, I will let you another topic, another some assignments for the next class. I will write it in the chat, and in order you to research about the topic for the 10th or the 11th session. Okay, guys. Thank you very much. I appreciate that you see this video. Okay, and we will check the next class. Thank you very much.